All right, guys, we got a 2012 Hyundai Accent.
Sonata.
This is Sonata Accent.
Sonata.
This is Sonata, okay, Hyundai Sonata. So we got a cylinder 2 MisFire P0302. That's the code. You guys are not gonna be able to see it because of the lighting, but I'm gonna click on it so you can see the code there very quickly.
Oh no, this is an Elantra, y'all.
This is a Hyundai Elantra, so we all over the place. It doesn't matter what kind of Hyundai it is, but we're gonna leave this alone. P0302, cylinder 2 MisFire detected. So I'm gonna recommend this customer a tune-up with ignition coil. It could also be oil inside the plugs, and it's not gonna. All right, we got another issue now. Does it do that on the startup?
Once in a while, I just like mess with it and it starts.
All right, I'm gonna press the gas pedal a little bit. It's probably gonna need like throttle service. Okay. All right, we're gonna just. Okay, guys, under the hood. Hold this out for me. Under the hood. Put that down. We're gonna open this baby up. Okay, under the hood, cylinder number 2, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you guys got a code P0301, is this, 302 is this, 303 is this, 304 is that. They're pretty much in order. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna order spark plugs and ignition coil, 1. And if that doesn't resolve the issue, it could be the cylinder, dead cylinder, it could be the injectors, it could be a lot of things, okay? But we're gonna assume the basic. We could do a test, swap test, but we're not gonna do all that because that will make us go crazy. We do need to change the coil. So anyways, let's give this a attempt. Okay, we finally got the car running, so the customer does have an issue with the car not starting. So what I wanna do is, I want to pop this coil. If the engines start to be more shaky, that means this coil is good, okay? I'm gonna, okay, no difference there, okay? There you go, you see the difference there in coils? So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna swap the coils anyway to give you guys a little bit of a test here. Okay, now what I wanna do is, make sure you label the coil. We already know this one has some kind of number, say this one doesn't, so this probably was changed previously. What I want to do is, I'm gonna give this customer option. Okay, first we're gonna swap the coils, okay? Swap the coils. Now, we don't need to put the bolts in, okay? Now, we should have that misfire should be here, so the engine will stay the same with this cylinder and it will become very shaky once I disconnect this. Go ahead, start it. Okay, so you see that, no difference when I remove this one, and there you go. So pretty much the coil is bad. We're gonna change the plugs and the coil together, so stay tuned. But I am gonna swap the coils back, so we're gonna have a changed coil in cylinder 2. All right, so stay tuned. Okay, so now you guys understand how to do the coil swap test. So remember, this is the coil we took off from right here. I'm gonna just dispose this to the side somewhere over there. Ralph, put this over there for me. That's a bad coil. And this was originally on cylinder 1. We're gonna put this over here. I'm gonna start taking things apart. Remember, once you have everything apart, you don't want it drop, especially when you got the plugs out. You don't want nothing dropping in there. So with these wires, I can just let this sit over here, and this can go over here. Okay, and we can't get this off because we gotta get this connector off. These usually break, they're brittle, but let me see if I can get it out. Okay, I can't get it out. Gonna have to squeeze it, or you could use a pick from back here. Okay, my friend Ralphie is gonna help me. So what I wanna do is I'm gonna pick the connector in from back here, and he's gonna pull that. There you go, perfect. So all I did was kinda lift that because they're kinda brittle, they don't wanna come out. So that one can just stay there because the cable is long enough. So now I need to get a spark plug socket, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went and got me a snap-on spark plug socket. This is 5x8, 3/8 drive ratchet and extension, long extension. So we're gonna reach in there, and what I want to do is I'm gonna loosen up the plugs. You always want to change your plugs sometimes. Sometimes those coils can die because of the spark plugs. So loosen them all one by one, and then we'll compare them with the new plugs. Okay, so I'm gonna use my power tool here to spin these plugs really fast so I can get them out quickly. But you do gotta loosen them first. Oh, that plug just came out by itself. So this is what it looked like. And that one should be loose. And that one should be, oh, there you go. That one came out too. So I got 2 plugs out. I'm gonna loosen this up a little bit more. I need to get a magnet. I'll be right back. So here's the little magnet. That one's out. There's the plug. And there's the plug. So these are, they look good from up here, but inside the tip looks bad. This cylinder too might be wet. One of the plugs might be wet. But we're gonna put new plugs in and we're gonna wait for the new plugs. If you don't have a magnet, you could use an old coil, stick it in there, and that will grab the plug and bring it out for you. Okay, now we got the plugs out. We got new plugs. Get some good stuff, laser iridium, 60 to 70 bucks. For this is 2012 Hyundai Elantra.
Yes.
This is exact part number you would need for this. This is what engine size is this? This is a no engine size on this baby. Is it on this? Okay, it doesn't have the engine size, but it's a 4-cylinder. They're common. So there's the plugs. There's 4 plugs in there, and this is like an $89 ignition coil. So overall, you should be spending about 140 to 50 bucks. That's discounted for the shop, but you might get it for a little bit more. But that's the part number. Denso is a brand new one. Good stuff. And make sure the seal is on. Nobody tampered with it. So I'm gonna have my friend here, Ralph, hold the camera just like this. It's running.
Yep.
And hold the light for me here. We're gonna take these plugs, all 4 out of here. They're pre-gapped. If you want to gap them, 0.004 of an inch. Okay, that's 1 plug. So each plug, make sure you match. It can't be short, it can't be long. You will destroy the engine. They're pre-gapped. So take this plug. You don't want to throw it in there. Slowly with your finger, reach it down there. If you throw it, it's gonna hit that tip, and you're gonna pretty much destroy the gapping. Same thing, match it, and take it all the way down there. Okay, so we got 2 more left. Should be able to do this at home. Oh, there goes the plastic. And this one right here. Check the gapping, because somebody could have dropped it in the store. Make sure the length is the same. So take it slowly down there. Slowly in there. Now, no power tools. Okay, no power tools. We're gonna grab all the threads first, because you do not want to cross thread anything. And when you pull out all the plugs in the coil, if there's any oil on the coils, that means you got a bad valve cover gasket. That can also cause a misfire, but we don't have that in our car here. Okay, that's that. So to torque these plugs, I'm gonna do it by hand, but you should be able to torque like 14 or 15 foot-pound. Just make sure you check up the manual book for the correct specs. Every vehicle is different, but mechanic knows what he's doing. A mechanic should be able to do this by hand, because they do have a good feel to their hand. A lot of people will say put anti-seize there. None of that stuff is required anymore. These things are coded. Search them up. You'll find all the information on the plugs. There you go. Now, cannot leave these loose. We're gonna tighten these, okay? And don't go crazy, because you will snap the plug. Just enough. Like 13, 14 foot-pound is like accurate amount. That's that. And this is that. Nice and firm, tight. And this is the last one. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, now ignition coil. I'm gonna be putting the new coil on cylinder 2, as that was the misfire on cylinder 2. Ah, there you go. And good stuff here. Okay, Denso. Cylinder number 2 right here. Okay. And we're gonna put this coil here. Make sure you put the connector in. Usually they click, but when they go bad, they will not click no more. And this is in. We're gonna put the connector in. If they don't click, just put a small light amount of this. I've felt. You can feel it too. Ignition coil. Here's one over here. And we already put away the bad ignition coil. So do not mix. If you mixed it up, you might just have a misfire. Now all I need to do is take my 4 bolts here. Put that in. Should have done that before I put the connectors in, because it's kind of on the way. Yeah, so put the bolts in before you put the wiring in. And the last thing, just tighten them softly. Don't go crazy, because it is into plastic. That's it. That's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, hopefully our car starts up here pretty good. We're gonna start up the car, and there should be no more misfire, and there should be no more boom, boom, boom. It should be nice and smooth. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. No shake. Perfect. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. See you guys in the next video. And put this cover back in. It just sits on the grommets, and it pushes right in. So take it off, you pull it right off.